Bonjour tout le monde, comment ça va? J'espère que vous allez tous bien. I hope you are all well. And today it's really a little live stream to help students who are going to take an exam in 2022. Yes, 2022. And trust me, it's coming pretty soon. What happened is that I heard some mistakes last month, and I thought that instead of really working on a video just for that, I thought that I would just do a live and explain what was wrong and give a correction. The mistakes I'm going to talk about today are all related to translations. And that's why I wanted to do a live, because it is difficult to translate at times, you know. We say certain things in English and then we just put the words word for word. And sometimes you will see it online and it's wrong. Okay, so that's the reason why I wanted to do that today. Bonjour Suzanne. Bonjour, bonjour. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is to wish you a good rentrée, because c'est la rentrée. La rentrée, here again, it's a word which we do not have in English. La rentrée is basically back to school. It's a word which we're going to see a lot around. If you go on the internet, la rentrée is what you're going to see because it happens in September. Okay, so it's back to school. Okay, la rentrée. La rentrée comes from entrer, to enter. So we are, and rentrée with the R is to re-enter, really. So we are re-entering the schooling system or the school system. Okay, so that's what we call la rentrée. All right, so what I'm going to do now is just to share my screen so that I can show you the 5 mistakes I was talking about. All right, so let me share my screen. Let me share my screen and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so we have number 1, bonjour mon ami, or bonjour mes collègues. Okay, so that is the first one. Then we have bien fait, je suis fait. Maybe you've already said things like that, I don't know. Then we have c'est bon. Then je suis excitée. And the last one is la robe c'est belle. Okay, so that's what we are going to talk about today. So I'm going back to the main screen because I cannot really see, the chat. So if there's any chat, okay, if you have any questions, you can, of course, ask them. That's what lives are for. All right, so the first one was bonjour mon ami, or bonjour mes collègues. I've heard that a lot, and I said, I think I have to say something about that, okay? Bonjour mon ami, hello my friend. Yes, we do say that a lot in English, but in French, not really, okay? So if the person is your friend, just use his or her name, okay? Bonjour Nerol, pleased to see you. Okay, so bonjour mon ami. Why bonjour mon ami? There's no need for that. So if, for example, your ami is Marc, you just say bonjour Marc. But French people don't really say bonjour mon ami. Okay? Now, bonjour mes collègues, it's the same thing. It's the idea of the mon and the mais, which is the my. The French don't really like that. So I wouldn't say that the word collègue couldn't be used, but I would say that if you really want to use the word collègue in the plural form, that is, you could at least say bonjour les collègues, but not bonjour mes collègues. And have you noticed, I always say bonjour tout le monde, bonjour tout le monde. And I think when you say bonjour tout le monde, you cover everybody. Okay? So any question about my first explanation? You okay with that? All right, so now we're going to move to the second thing. It was bien fait, and bien fait was really to translate well done. Okay, when you want to translate well done, it all depends on the context. Okay, if, for example, you want to say well done to somebody who has done something very well, can you tell me, Suzanne and Nerol, what you would say? I'm sure you wouldn't say bien fait, would you? What would you say? Okay, so Nerol is talking about bonjour la classe. If you say bonjour la classe, which is better that than bonjour classe, for example, I would go with that, but I've never heard that in France, bonjour la classe. It's always bonjour tout le monde, but not bonjour la classe. Never heard it. I don't know if they say it now, but there's no need to say bonjour la classe. Okay, so I wouldn't say bonjour la classe. I would just say bonjour tout le monde. Okay, it's like you. When I say bonjour tout le monde, I don't want to say bonjour les élèves. No, it's not necessary. So not bonjour class. No, it cannot be bonjour class. And I'm going to tell you why, Nerol. If you say bonjour class, class would be like somebody's name. Bonjour Marc. And that is the reason why I would go for la classe. Because you can't say le Marc, bonjour le Marc, or bonjour la Marc. You couldn't say that. So that's why I would go for that. But what I'm trying to teach you is what French people say. All right? So bonjour class is a no-no. Bonjour la classe is possible, but it's not really said in France. Okay? It's bonjour, bonjour tout le monde. Okay? And I like the expression that Nerol used, je pige. Yes, je pige means the penny dropped. Okay, it's like when you just understood something, is you understood, is je pige. Okay? Très bien, c'est très bien, Nerol. Bonjour, Samuel. All right, so I would just say bonjour tout le monde, but if you want to say something like hello, my friends, for example, that's what you want to say. You could say bonjour les amis, but as you can see, it's always plural, okay? You wouldn't use that for singular. So that's the reason why I always say bonjour tout le monde. Tout le monde means everyone. Tout le monde, monde, the word monde means the world, okay? So tout le monde is everyone, since it's the world, okay? Bien. Donc, my conclusion on that, based on what Nerol asked, I would not say bonjour class. That is wrong anyway. Bonjour la classe, it's possible, but it's not in the habits. That's what I would say. All right? So I would expect if you teach, for example, if you're a teacher, I would expect you to say bonjour tout le monde and not bonjour classe or bonjour la classe. Okay? No, Samuel, you wouldn't say bonjour mes amis. I think you missed what I said before. You wouldn't say bonjour mes amis because I explained that the problem is the mais, the my. In French, you have to be careful with the mais because the mais sounds very selfish. All right? And that's the reason why I would go for bonjour les amis. Because if you say bonjour to your friends, they have to be your friends. Okay? It's so obvious. So what is obvious is not said. Okay? So les amis will work, but not mes amis. That's it. Okay? Bien. So now for the second one, which was well done. Well done. I've noticed that somebody has written parfait. Was it Suzanne? She said parfait, okay, which means perfect. That is fine. For me, I would just say bravo. Okay, I would say bravo. That's the one I would say for well done. Now, what students usually say is bien fait, okay? Because bien is well and fait is done. So for you, bien fait, well done. No. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this one is that bien fait does mean something in French which is not nice. Right? So bien fait, I'm going to put it on the screen here. Bien fait means serve you right. So for example, if it's something that you did something bad and I come after you and I said, c'est bien fait pour toi. Serve you right. Okay? So that's the reason why bien fait cannot be used. Cannot be used at all. Okay? So bravo, excellent, or très bien, those words are the ones you have to use for well done. Now, we can have well done in another context. For example, if you are at a restaurant, and a French restaurant, and you're ordering some meat, for example, red meat in particular, and you want to say well done, which means well cooked, okay? So this one wouldn't be bravo or parfait or anything like that. If we are talking about the meat, we would say bien cuite. Bien cuite. And I put an E there because I'm referring to the meat, and the meat is feminine. If you're referring to something which is not feminine, then bien cuit will work there. Okay? So these are the two well done that we use from time to time. So be careful. Okay? And with the done, you have je suis fait. Okay, I've heard it many times. Je suis fait, I'm done, meaning I have finished. No, you can't say je suis fait. It means nothing in French, je suis fait. Okay, so if you want to say you have finished, then you just say I have finished. J'ai fini. Okay, for I am done. Okay. Some students I've heard say je suis fini. Je suis fini makes me smile because je suis fini, basically you're dead, you know. So of course you wouldn't say it if you're already dead. So think about j'ai fini. Okay? Yes, Nerol, j'ai fini for I'm done. Okay? Bien. So that is for number 2. Number 3 now, it was c'est bon. And that was in relation to something which was good, like a work you have done, and you would say c'est bon. No, it doesn't work. Okay? If your work is good, you're going to say bien. C'est bien, très bien, but not bon. Now, c'est bon is what you're going to use when you are tasting something, for example. Oh, ce vin, this wine, it's good. C'est bon. You're tasting it. So you can say c'est bon. And bon is an adjective, okay? So it describes the taste of the wine. So you can say c'est bon. But you cannot say c'est bien. Okay? So for homework, for work well done, bien is fine. For something you are tasting, bon. C'est bon. Okay? So you have to be careful because the difference between bon and bien is that it's the context and also the fact that bien is an adverb, whereas bon is an adjective. Okay? So that's the difference. Now, the fourth one is something, I had to talk about this one because I heard it so many times, where you want to say, I'm excited. So you are excited about something. You're excited about your exam results because you passed and you've done extremely well. And you would say in English, I'm excited. But you can't say, je suis excité in French, even though excited is excité. It's the right translation word for word, but in French, it has a sexual connotation. So you cannot go around and say, I am excited, okay, in French. So what are you going to say? Well, there isn't really a proper translation for excited because the French obviously don't really say that. But I'm going to give you some possibilities. If, for example, you talk about your very good results and to your friend, and your friend says, I'm excited for you, okay? The person would just say, je suis content, okay? Or contente, if the person is a female, pour toi, okay? I'm going to put it on the screen now. Je suis content or je suis contente pour toi. That will be my translation. But definitely not, je suis excitée. Okay, definitely not. Now, another possibility, so I'm giving you another example. For example, if you want to say, I'm excited to see him or to see her, obviously you're not going to use excité. But what you could use is, I look forward to seeing him or to seeing her, okay? And that would be, excusez-moi, I'm trying to remember the number, the code for the accents. Okay, so this is what I would say. J'ai hâte de le revoir, or j'ai hâte de la revoir. That's exactly what I would say. Okay, but definitely not, I'm excited, je suis excitée. No. Okay. All right. So I hope this is helping you not to make those mistakes again. Okay. And the last one is la robe c'est belle. Okay. You cannot have a feminine adjective after c'est. Okay. So it sounds a bit strange, I have to say, because we know that robe is feminine. So it you would be tempted to put the feminine, and I can well understand that, but it would be wrong. Okay? La robe, c'est beau. Okay? So remember, no feminine after c'est. Very important. I see it all the time. Okay? So that's what I wanted to share with you. As you can see, it's a very short broadcast. Okay, so it was just for you to remember to start this new academic year without making those kind of mistakes. And if you are interested in lives like that, very short, where I could explain some corrections, please let me know. You can contact me. You can leave a message, of course, in the description, in the comment box, or you could just send me an email at frenchaction1@gmail.com. Okay, so you send your email, explain well, tell me about your question, and I will try to do a live answering several questions. Okay? I'm taking this opportunity to let you know that I've started a little blog as well. The blog is really to talk about sometimes my experience with learning English, but also helping students with their exams. So every week will be a little bit different, and I'm going to put the blog there. So it's frenchaction.blogspot.com. And also what I do there is every Sunday I give you a new French idiom. Okay? Every Sunday. So that is good, because you know that when you have your exams, you will have to use idioms. If you want grade 1, you have to have idioms, okay? So that's the reason why I am doing this, is to help you with that, okay? All right, so Suzanne, you're saying you're interested? You're interested in what exactly? And also, there will be other lives, but on different topics. Some will be in English, but others will be in French, because some of my guests will not be able to speak English, so it will have to be done in French, okay? So you're interested in the lives. Okay, that's very good. That's very good. So we have a live for the 15th of September. I think it's the 15th. Let me check quickly. I think it's, no, the 12th. You see, it's a good thing I checked. It's the 12th, which is Sunday. And that will be about the TAPIF program. Okay. So it's always good to know what's going on with French, how you can, I mean, some of you may not be able to be eligible. You may not be eligible to be on that program because of the age, for example, or for other reasons, but you need to have the information so that you can decide later if that's what you want to do. Okay? So if you have any questions, you can pose them now. Otherwise, I'm just going to go. So if you have any questions. Okay, the program name is called the TAPIF program. Okay. And it's for people, I'm talking about a TAPIF program, Jamaica, America. Okay, so it's interesting. It's a program which enables you to be in France. Okay, so if you are interested, you can watch. All this will be done in English, and I'm going to have some guests, two guests who actually went and came back, two Jamaicans. So it's always good to ask questions if you're interested. Okay, so all right, so any more questions? Okay, so if there's no more questions, as I said, you can always contact me directly. Okay. Suzanne, you're asking a question if it's only available for Jamaica. No, it's not only available for Jamaica, no. Suzanne, which country do you come from? If you can tell me which country you come from, I can find out. By the time we do the program, I will have the answer. Oh, I did think that it was Trinidad. Yeah, I'm sure that is available. But obviously, I'm in Jamaica, so I'm going to find out. Okay. Any other questions, guys? All right. So if there's no more questions, I'm just going to leave you. Okay. I'm going to put back on the screen my email address. So it's frenchaction1@gmail.com. So if you have any questions or you want me to do something in particular, just drop me a line and I will see what I can do. Okay? It's always a pleasure for me to do it, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay? So all right, so I'm going to leave you and I see you soon. Okay, au revoir.